models. Today I want to actually open up two different kits and do a comparison to see what the differences really are in the kits. One is a copyright date of 2022, the other is 2023. They're both I Love kits. They are the M4A3E8 Sherman. One is the Easy 8 and the other one is listed as a medium tank dash late. Let me show you. So here's the first kit, and I was pretty excited when this thing came out. I haven't started it, obviously. Actually, I haven't started a lot of the kits I have, but anyways, this was a 2022 copyright date. It is a smaller box. It's a 16th scale kit. And then this is the one that came out in 2023. So the box is larger, and it does have a detail upset. So I do expect, you know, there's extra parts just for that. But is the plastic the same? So I'm going to lay out both kits on this table and take a peek at it. Now, just right away, when you do a comparison of the box art and what it contains, is you have some marking differences, obviously. So both kits are definitely going to come with two different sets of decals, as indicated here. Looks like we've got some of the same photo etch parts. This one has a metal gun barrel. The older kit, I don't know if this one does or not, so we'll find out when we get into it. The next thing you do is you drop your phone like I just did. Anyways, so we've got times 31 pieces. That's interesting. So we're going to have to see what this is all about. Times 42 pieces. That must be the amount of pieces on the photo etch set. 26 line items there. We got a resin figure, a round bar, some chain. Okay, but no indication of a metal barrel. And this one, yeah, box art isn't all that different here. So we look like we got some of the similar artwork here. Okie doke. Here's how we look when we open this box, and over here we can see how this one is packaged. We do have a divider here, right? A divider box just like we do here. Different things are packed differently. So I'm thinking, yeah, let's lay this stuff out side by side and see what we got. So what we can see right away, I've got both kits sprawled out on the table, and they're really close as far as contents. The Easy 8 does have the aluminum barrel, okay, but the medium tank dash late version does not. The big differences between the tanks are the tracks. So you've got this track setup for the Easy 8. Okay, and you can see the track pattern there. And these come in a bag along with track pins. And the late version track assembly comes this way. So you're going to be a lot of cutting, potential cleanup work and that kind of thing. And you can see that the track pattern is different, all right? Sherman tanks had several different track patterns. Some had rubber blocks, some were just pure metal. So that's some of the differences. The clear parts are the same. The hull, the upper hull, and the turret cast numbers are the same. There's no difference there. I did notice a difference in this packaging. This one comes in a plastic bag, and on the late version it comes in a plastic bag, but it's also wrapped with this foam for protection, because you do have some very thin guards, excuse me, and things like that go around the headlights and all that kind of stuff that need protection. But being packed this way, it doesn't appear to be damaged. So these are the same parts. The front transmission housing, okay, there's no difference there. They got the same, let's see here, 19, whatever. They got the same cast numbers on there. This one's packed with the pins inside the bag. This one is not. This one has the springs and cable packed in the bag with it, and the springs and cables for this are packed in a separate box. Okay, sprue number, let's see, letter, what is this? I'm blind as hell and I can't see what I'm looking for. It looks like MJ. Okay, notice the difference. So you got similar parts between the two, but this one has extra bump outs for the, I believe it's the exhaust in the back. So, and there's some other panels here. So there is a difference on that part when it comes to the top deck of the hull and the rear portion of the tank. So those are some of the differences on the early and late version. Cupola parts are the same. There's no difference in there. You've got part of your 50 caliber machine gun is part of this set. You can see that in here. All right, a lot of detailed parts. And then there is I don't know if this is the spare barrel or not, or the one that goes with the kit, but you have that in the antenna. You know, the what do you call that? The pintle and the mounting yoke or whatever for the weapon. This one here, this photo etch piece is sort of out by itself, and the track pins are separate in a separate bag as for this set. Over here, the extra box that you get with the late version looks like this. Okay, and this is full of the the springs. The looks like there's some, I don't know what part that is. It looks like some, I don't know, there's spring-loaded stuff in there, so who knows? I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a comp radio box or something for the back of the tank. I have no idea. Resin figure. Figures, plural. See, there's one head. So I don't know if, is that one guy? Maybe you have in the tank and out of the tank options. Nice looking resin figure though, pretty good detail. Also in the box comes the sprockets, which are listed separately here in this bag, and those have the top deck plates, which look a little bit different than the late version. Also in the box, you have the extra photo etch sets. All right, that is listed in there. The thing is though, I'll be honest with you, I don't think they really needed to have that much bigger of a box to get all this to fit, but that's okay. It's all marketing, man. It's all good. This looks like it's going to be a fun kit to build. So all the little pieces, parts are here. Everything's accounted for, and the glaring obvious differences are the markings, some of the hull pieces, the track definitely, and the fact that that does not come with a metal barrel. And that kind of sucks, because the two plastic barrels appear to be identical. And here are some of the turret parts. So you are going to have to put that barrel together and clean it up, get rid of the mold lines and all that business. But everything else looks to be the same. All right, well, let's make sure I'm not lying to you. So that's pretty much it. So let me turn the camera off. I'm going to lay the instructions down, and we'll put the decals side by side, and you can see those. But yeah, hulls, the hulls don't look any different. Okay, same stuff. Rubber road wheels, tires or whatever, and of course you have the mantlet cover in here, and that's going to be interesting to see how you glue or adhere this type of rubbery material to the plastic without it getting all funky. So we're going to have to get creative with that when it's time to build this. But yeah, I saw the kit and it came out. I'm like, well, I gotta have them both, because they're two different versions. Hang tight, let me flip the camera around. All right, I have the, I left the 2 hulls and the turret out. You know, there's some really nice cast texture on these things, and you'll see that when you get the kit. Now, I'm not going to unbag stuff because I just don't want to do it yet. But you can see the casting in there. Looks good. All right, so both kits come with, obviously, instructions. The instructions don't significantly start to change until you get to page 7 of the build, because now you're messing with the hull, and the 2 different versions of tanks have 2 different types of sprockets on the front. You know, one is more of a solid type sprocket. And let's see here. I think I almost wonder if I had the instructions backwards. Now this is funny. This is funny. It's not funny, but it is. So on the Easy 8 tank, all right, it is showing the separate, it's showing this sprocket situation. Look at the artwork on it, okay? And that is a situation where the outer ring of the sprocket is removable from the actual hub itself. And that's what's shown for the medium tank, the newer kit. However, it's asking you to put on a different type of solid face sprocket, which is more durable. On the older kit, it is asking you, now look at the artwork. You see that sprocket design? And on this kit, the sprocket's different. All right, those of you that are gearheads know what I'm talking about. It's a different sprocket design for the tank. So this one's telling you to build it to look like that one, and this one is telling you to build it to look like that one. So my question is, did they accidentally get the artwork switched, you know, and put the Korean markings on that? Because I'm pretty sure that's what that is. I don't know. So maybe Watson's Models needs to do a little research on both the tank track type as compared to the sprocket type, to make sure that it was appropriate for the later model, because the image is showing something different. So be interesting to see if they got those switched up. But anyhow, in step 7 is when you start to notice changes, and that is when you're building up the transmission housing, the front sprockets and stuff like that. And then of course it moves right into the lower hull. Step 7 on this one here, it starts to do work on the hull sooner, and then we get into the 2 different track types. All right, and so that's it. So that's where the differences start on the model. Here are the 2 different decal sets. Okay, here's the late, and here's the early. And I'm sorry you can't see the stuff behind it, but all your stars and whatnot, and then your googly tigers. You know, the enemy was deathly scared of freaking tigers where they were at, and so we were kind of smart and painted that stuff on the front of our tanks to be all superstitious and wig out the enemy, right? That's kind of what they did. All right, you get some painting guides. All right, painting and marking guides. I'll stand behind it so the light doesn't shine through as much. Okay, there you go. Lots of options. You'll have to buy 1 kit for every option. That's a quick way to get divorced. And then this version. Okay, shows you this. And if you want to build it like one of Andy's Hobby Headquarters 16th scale tanks, you have the red face version on the front. So they do give you the decals for that as well. But we will do it like this. Excuse. There we go. Also, there's another little set of instructions that come with this late version kit, which cover down on all the photo etch parts and the resin figure that comes with it. All right. And this is really to up detail the turret. The machine gun location, everything, ammo boxes. Let me get this open so you can see it. See? A lot of good stuff. A lot of greeblies. All right, but this one here really is going to outfit the hull nice. So that's another big major difference in your build. Putting on these metal guards as opposed to the plastic ones that come with it. So, that's it. That's the difference. No metal barrel, metal barrel. Directions change at step 7, it appears, and the sprockets don't appear to match what the instructions say. Did this get reversed? Some of you experts out there might know the answer to that question. Either way, it's an awesome looking kit. And I'm looking forward to building it. Thanks for watching. Get out there and work on your stuff. Put on a small part. Yeah. Now get out there and work on your models.